Amber Heard has filed her appeal in the defamation verdict. She is arguing, just a couple highlights, that the exclusion of some of her therapy notes in which she reported being abused by Depp resulted in an unfair trial. They were ruled inadmissible by her judge. She argued that the trial should have taken place in California, not Virginia, where the couple lived together. He filed in Virginia because that's where the Washington Post has offices, and they have a more favorable defamation statute for him. And now she wants a reversal or a new...
Not on those issues. As Arthur said earlier, the appellate court, they're generally not in the business of reversing convictions. And they'll say something is error, but then say, well, it's harmless error. It wouldn't have made a difference.
Here's the update that we just got from, I asked Canadian Debbie, why were the therapy notes
Canadian Debbie? Oh, it's good to know.
Canadian Debbie, she's got all the answers. She used to be American Debbie till she married a damn Canadian, then had a bunch of damn Canadian children. Now she lives in damn Canada.
All right.
So Heard's legal team was unable to admit the documents into evidence due to hearsay. What's allegedly in them? They're in June of 2022, Heard gave NBC numerous documents from a doctor for a Dateline interview. She said they represented years, this is her quote, years and years of real-time explanations of what was going on. She says, there is a binder worth of years of notes dating back to 2011 from the very beginning of my relationship that were taken by my doctor, who I was reporting the abuse to. One 2012 instance, according to Dateline, in which Depp allegedly, according to her, hit her, threw her against a wall, and threatened to kill her. 8 months after that, Depp allegedly ripped her nightgown, threw her on the bed. In 2013, he allegedly threw her against a wall and threatened to kill her. So she wanted the notes of her speaking to the therapist writing the notes down, to be admitted. Technically, that's double hearsay.
Yeah, it doesn't come in legally. Again, I don't think that the court's going to find that it was error, and I certainly don't think it would have made a difference. These jurors didn't find her believable. You put the poop in the bed. Just say you did it and say you're embarrassed.
So the other thing that I found interesting on her appeal, she claims that, you remember how the jury did find for her on one count? Mm-hmm. They found for him on all of his counts that he had been defamed by her. When she cross-sued against him, saying, you defamed me by saying that you didn't abuse me and that I was a lunatic. And they said, no. Oh, wait, there's one that we say, yes, he did defame you. His agent defamed you, and that's attributable to him. And she said that cannot be reconciled with the jury verdict in favor of Depp. She said to find in favor of Depp, the jury had to have concluded that Depp did not abuse Ms. Heard and that Heard knowingly lied in accusing him of abuse. I agree with that. Well, she goes on to say, but to find in favor of Heard, the jury must have concluded that Heard told the truth about being a victim of domestic abuse by Depp. Accordingly, the verdict against Heard cannot stand. So I pulled that one piece of the verdict that went her way, all right? And this is the story. First, just as a reminder, he was awarded $15 million by the jury, $10 million in compensatory, $5 million in punitive, and they awarded her $2 million in compensatory. Representative Adam Waldman had defamed her, she said, when he called her abuse claims a hoax in a British newspaper. But that claim went on to say that this is the one where they basically said, he made up the story that when the police were coming to his apartment or to her apartment, she ran around knocking things over and trying to make it look like abuse had just happened. This is what this guy, Adam Waldman, allegedly said, that Amber Heard ran around trying to create the look of an abuse scene. And that's how crazy she was. She, knocked shit over and spilled wine. And the jury said, we don't think she did that. When you look deeper into what that claim actually says, it does not undermine a conclusion that her abuse claims were false.